Hello and welcome to the first episode of my Dungeon Restricted Ultimate Iron Man series. If you missed it, check out the first 4 minutes of my introduction video in the description to learn about the rules and exceptions of the playstyle, so you know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, before we get into the riveting agility training, there's been a big discovery that redacts an aforementioned exception. Previously, I had mentioned that I was going to allow the bear head because I liked it, and while that's partially true, Mountain Daughter was a filler quest to reach 32 quest points, as was the Waterfall quest. However, I have come to realize that Duradel has no chance whatsoever of assigning me a Slayer task that I can't complete, and for that reason, he will be my sole Slayer Master from level 50 onward. To reach him, I must complete Jungle Potion and Shiloh Village, which conveniently costs 3 quest points, and therefore, Mountain Daughter and Waterfall quest can be removed from the itinerary and there are no wasted quest points. Okay, just please, just get one. Yes, yes, 19 agility, just one more to go. Alright, this could be it. There it is. There it is, 20 agility, we are out of here. Never hopping that again. And it doesn't say it, but we can go to the monkey bars in the Edgeville dungeon now, which is great because they give like 20 XP like per cross. I don't think you can fail it either. So, yep. And it is in the low-level wilderness, so someone might try and PK us, but I mean, come on, like look at us. There's no monetary value here. Also, because the man who voluntarily dresses his RuneScape character in such a fashion might just be an unhinged sociopath who will not hesitate to immediately drop his cherished Iron Man account and re-roll an unstoppable pure PKer, track your IP address, and hunt you down mercilessly across worlds, routinely specking you out with a vicious 49-49 combo and forever ruining your favorite activity on a game you've cherished since childhood. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, so we're headed to our first unlockable dungeon, the Crabclaw Cave. Now, in order to get in there, we have to complete the Client of Corinne and start the Depths of Despair. We've already got our feather, which is all we need. And it's a pretty simple quest, pretty straightforward. Alright, so yeah, I wasn't really gonna show you guys the quest. I mean, we've all done it, you know, so I just went ahead and skipped that point. Now, I was thinking about destroying these lamps, because, you know, purity and all that, but then I remembered just how horrifying it is to level crafting right now, and how horrifying it's gonna be until 66. So, I'm gonna use them, and I'm gonna use them on crafting, and I don't feel a bit of regret for it. If you only knew. Watch. This is, look, 500, that's 100 sets of buttons, okay? 13 crafting. Now we can cut the jade, so it was even better, you know? I'm gonna use the other one on crafting. I'm unstoppable. You can't do anything. Look, another 100 sets of buttons. It's 200 sets of buttons. I mean, do you know how long it takes to get 200 sets of buttons? And I don't really, this has stats? What? I thought this was just a book. Okay, well, I mean, we can't use it, and I don't think we need it. But anyway, I'm going to start the Depths of Despair, and that's going to get us into the next area. Alright, we're in our first unlocked piece of content. Feels pretty good. It's a humble little spot, you know, but it's great training, it's great XP. You know, it's got kind of a beachy vibe to it, which is it's nice little break. Can do some AFK training. Gonna work on strength for a while, and then maybe defense and ranged. But yeah, I dig it here. Okay, check this out. Like, I wasn't gonna record the caskets. At first I was like, Maybe I should save up some caskets and open them all at once, but I didn't. And on the very first one that I decided to open, I got a tooth half of a key. Like, I mean, look at this. I can't do anything with it, but like on the very first chest, that's pretty good luck. I mean, I'm gonna take it as a good sign for sure. Alright, I filled up on eels. I just gotta try killing one of these king sand crabs. I've never fought one before, but they've got some pretty good drops on their table, so let's see. Oh, okay, 200 hit points. Yeah, this... Okie doke, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna put on my run energy, just because, you know, I might need a dip. Okay, this is... Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. Okay. Alright, first kill. Let's see. Marintil. Okay. And they have bones, which is weird. Oh, yes. Okay. This could be big. This could be big. Oh, please. You bitch. Okay. So, you're probably wondering why I'm freaking out. I want this chocolate bar. I need this. And here's why. Okay, so two things I could desperately use right now are a furnace and an altar. Now, the underground pass contains both of those things, and even though I won't be skilling with the furnace, I still need access to one in order to make an unholy amulet, and who knows, perhaps a regen bracelet, but that's probably a pipe dream. Anyway, the point is, I need access to the underground pass, badly. Now, in order to do that, I have to complete Plague City and Biohazard. Now, in order to complete Plague City, I have to make a hangover cure, which consists of snape grass, which we can get from a drop, a bucket of milk, which we can get from a larder in a kitchen, and chocolate bar. Now, there's really no way to get a chocolate bar for me except through the Sandwich Lady random, so it's actually a really important random. I have notifications set up for it, and so far we've gotten almost everything but the chocolate bar, so fingers crossed, because as soon as we get that, that's what we're doing. So I've had some fun at sand crabs, and I'm getting pretty decent XP rates, but honestly I'm just tired of the mithril sword and plain wooden short bow, and we can actually upgrade both of those things in one place. So we're getting some food and we're heading out west to Ourania. Alright, so these are the Zamorak warriors we're going to be trying to get a rune scimitar from, and it's got a drop rate of about 1 in 50, so that's pretty good. Hopefully it won't take too long. And then there's the Zamorak rangers. Now they drop a willow shortbow or willow longbow at a rate of 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 respectively. Now they're a little bit harder to kill than these guys. They can't be safe spotted, and they hit 8s and 9s pretty frequently, so I'm not really sure how many I'll be able to kill per trip. So I'm starting to get a little bit paranoid because like all they've dropped so far is coins, and they only drop like 100 at once, like exactly 100. It seems like is that all they drop? Like I don't know if the wiki actually... Oh! Hey, okay, that's 3 lobsters. I'll absolutely take that. Thank you very much. Can't complain about a free crustacean. Oh, what? Dude! Yeah, yes, sir. Rune dagger. That is quite an upgrade. Look at that. Yeah, we're... You know, it's not a scimitar, but we could do something with this. We could get some weapon poison, and I've got an idea. I think this could be better than the scimitar for us. And so I took a quick detour to the Forthos dungeon in Corinne, and after 41 carefully positioned kills, got the weapon poison plus. Now, upon some contemplation, this is actually better for me than a rune scimitar. The XP per hour is slower, true, but it allows me to get more kills per trip, which allows me to get more loot rolls and potentially better gear in less time. And so, after doing some patented Rendy fire cape strats on some Zamorak rangers I couldn't otherwise prayer flick, we got a Willow shortbow. So now that I had the gear I needed, I decided that 60 range and a few defense levels and I'd be good to fight Briaphyta. Now, the problem was, when I was training at Sand Crabs, I just walked off, and I knew I'd be safe, but I was used to AFKing melee training, not range training. And without Ava's accumulator, I was just losing all my arrows, and when I got back, sure enough, I only had 14 left. So normally, I would go to the Minotaurs in the free-to-play worlds, as they drop iron arrows at twice the rate they do on members' worlds. But the problem was, my rune dagger poison is now a member's object, meaning I would be punching and kicking all the way down. And though it's not incredibly slow, I just didn't want to do it. So I tried some zombies and they weren't dropping arrows either. And I finally decided, well, I think I've got enough steel arrows, and I've got a few mithril arrows from the Zamorak Rangers. It's time to take on Briaphyta right now. Okay, alright, so I was prepared, as prepared as I can get. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know, this could go bad, but it could go great. No, we can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, yep, that's our gear. Pretty much amazing. MLG Pro inventory. I mean, there's not much more I could do to prepare. So I need to drop the black square. It's not really going to help us during the fight, and I need to be able to switch to my ranged weapon. Now, I contemplated whether or not to post the actual live audio. I decided against it because I was under a lot of pressure, and a lot of it was just dead air, and when I did say something, it was pretty negative, and that's not really the vibe I want for this series, so I decided to leave it out. Basically, from the beginning, everything was going wrong. I realized immediately something I wish I had thought about before, but I don't actually know how to prayer flick magic and ranged attacks. I don't know what the rhythm is for that. It's not the same as melee, and so as a result, I ran out of prayer points pretty quickly. Another problem that was coming up, other than the fact that I wasn't hitting her hardly at all, was that she was summoning growthlings like crazy, like very, very frequently, and on one of the last waves that she summoned them, one of them got stuck behind her, and I didn't notice it until much later, and so that cost me a lot of time and damage, and well, in the end, I just had to bail. I had to run out, because if I died in there, I was going to lose everything and have to start from nothing again, and that would simply just take too much time, so I unfortunately had to leave on this one. Alright, so I've been blowing off some steam at Moss Giants, thinking about my next move. Now, my first knee-jerk reaction, my first instinct was just get more arrows, get another key, and get back in there. Wrong. And even if I trained range to 60 and got back in there just quickly like that, I think that's still wrong. Now don't get me wrong, I am going back and I will kill Briaphyta. Not even for loot this time, just it's personal. But one big problem with this account that's been highlighted as a result of this is just how dependent I am on having to farm monsters for arrows and runes. I don't think that's really practical in the long term, and so I don't want to give too much away, but I'm going to be doing a very long skill grind across several skills, and the next time you see Bacardo, he's going to be a machine.